Howdy! Kathy Munso Day reading to you. Meanwhile, Back at the Ranch by Trinka Hakes Noble and pictures by Tony Ross. Rancher Hicks lived out west. As far as the eye could see, there was nothing, not even a roaming buffalo, so nothing much ever happened. I think I'll drive in town and see what's happening, said Rancher Hicks. Want to ride along, Elna? He asked his wife. No, I gotta dig potatoes, said Elna. So Rancher Hicks climbed in his truck and drove 84 miles to the town of Sleepy Gulch. He stopped at the post office to look at the new wanted posters, but they were the same ones that were there 12 years ago. Meanwhile, back at the ranch, the cat had kittens in Elna's sewing basket when the phone rang. Hello? Mrs. Elna Hicks? Yes? Mrs. Hicks, you've just won a brand new wall-to-wall, frost-free, super cool refrigerator with a built-in automatic food maker. Why, I never, exclaimed Elna. The delivery men are on their way. Meanwhile, back in Sleepy Gulch, Rancher Hicks strolled on over to the barber shop for a whisker trim and to hear the latest gossip. So what's new, Bob? Asked Rancher Hicks. Well, back in the spring of '49, we had a rainstorm you wouldn't believe. Why, it rained for pretty near 5 whole minutes. Folks thought it'd never stop. Nothing much been happening here since. Meanwhile, back at the ranch, the dog had had puppies, and the postman came up the drive with a special delivery. Elna opened it. It was her great Aunt Edith's will. It said, My dear Elna, I'm leaving you my entire estate, which is worth a bundle. Your loving great Aunt Edith. P.S. is closed as a winning lottery ticket I didn't have time to cash in. So Elna cashed in the lottery ticket, put new siding on the house. She had a new wing for the wall-to-wall refrigerator and a new den for all the puppies and kittens. Meanwhile, back in Sleepy Gulch, Rancher Hicks moseyed on over to Millie's Mildew Luncheonette. What's on the menu for today, Millie? Well, we got mashed potatoes, potatoes fried, potatoes boiled, potatoes baked, potatoes roasted, potatoes stewed, potatoes scalloped, potatoes steamed, and 1 egg. Great, said Rancher Hicks. I'll have 1 order each and a side order of fries. Meanwhile, back at the ranch, after all the pigs had piglets, Elna finally started to dig potatoes, and she struck oil. The oilman came and gave her lots of money. They started 8 new oil wells and an oil refinery that day. Elna took the money and had a very stylish sty belt for all the pigs and the piglets. Meanwhile, back in Sleepy Gulch, Rancher Hicks headed on over to the general store to find out the new checker game. Howdy, boys, what's new? Well, Bernie here just got a king, and it only took him 2 weeks, said Kurt. I just jumped 2 of Kurt's men in a little over 2 hours, said Bernie. Wow, what a game, said Rancher Hicks. I can't wait to tell Elna. Meanwhile, back at the ranch, all the cows had calves when a silver limo swung into the driveway. Out jumped a Hollywood movie producer and a hairdresser. Elna Hicks, I'm going to make you a movie star. So Elna went on a diet, lost 20 pounds. The hairdresser dyed her hair blonde and painted her lips red. The movie producer gave her a script, a bikini, and a large stack of dollar bills. So Elna had a glamorous cow pellis belt for the cows and calves and studied her script. Meanwhile, ho-hum, back in Sleepy Gulch, Rancher Hicks started to cross Main Street when he saw it. Amazing, he gasped. Folks ran to see it. Incredible, they said. A crowd gathered. This is big news, really big, said the newspaper editor. We better wake up the mayor, said the sheriff. The mayor came. Why, I've never seen anything like it, said the mayor. So he declared a town holiday, and the whole town watched for hours and hours until, finally, a turtle crossed Main Street. Meanwhile, back at the ranch, all the horses had colts. The president's helicopter landed in Elna's yard. Elna Hicks, he said, You've got the finest horses west of Washington. I'm making you a diplomat. Please deliver 2 of your finest horses to the Queen of England." The president paid Elna for the horses and gave her a diplomat's diploma, an autographed picture of himself. "Don't forget, vote for me." Elna took the money and had a very stately stable built for all the horses and colts. Meanwhile, back in Sleepy Gulch, the sun began to sink slowly in the west. Rancher Hicks felt bad Elna had missed all the excitement, so he stopped and bought her a box of Cracker Jacks. "This'll make her day," he said. Then he climbed into the truck and drove 84 miles back to the ranch. Elna met Rancher Hicks by the mailbox. He gave her the box of Cracker Jacks and told her about all the excitement. "Shoot, I miss everything," said Elna. Then Rancher Hicks turned around. "What the hey?" Meanwhile, Elna opened her box of Cracker Jacks, and inside she found a real diamond ring.